My name is Raleigh Harold. This is my Gold Award and also my senior capstone. So whenever I was a young girl, I had really big dreams. Dreams that could almost like change the world in a sense. These dreams were not something that people were ready to hear. I thought this was a cute little picture ad. Me and my grandpa, whenever we were younger, we flew in a helicopter, and then, 10 years later, I'm flying him in little airplanes. I thought that was a cute little addition. I had really difficulty finding where to start my journey. For years, my mom would reach out to people and try to figure out where I could start, where my first step might be. Thankfully, my mom is truly amazing and has always been my biggest supporter. We've had countless trial and errors, and it's been very difficult to find somewhere to start because nobody knows about aviation, nobody knows where to start. Finally, I got the opportunity through EAA to have a discovery flight. So my first real airplane experience was in the cockpit, and it was an amazing experience. I had the opportunity to fly for an experimental aircraft. Obviously, my mom was terrified. I was 14 at the time also, so she was terrified. And basically, a discovery flight is a free flight that you can take out of any airport with a professional pilot. They basically just take you up, fly around for a bit, and you pray that you can make it down. I'm kidding, you can make it down. Sadly, after my first flight, I got out of touch with it because of sports, online school, and also COVID. EA is an experimental aircraft association. EA has helped me in many different ways that I did not know I needed. There are so many areas that I didn't know about aviation. My mother signed me up for EAA Adventure Camp soon after I took my first flight. Essentially, EAA is a program for pilots, ATC, which is air traffic control, and anyone that's interested in aviation or loves planes or loves talking to people. It's always, or even old people that just love planes. They provide hundreds of opportunities for anyone around the world. Many people from different countries come to Minnesota every year, so they can take a look at this amazing group that we have. Once a year in late July, the EA grounds are open in Minnesota. This is an opportunity for everyone in the world to experience, no matter if you don't even want to be a pilot. There are air shows all the time, tours, planes, and everywhere there's booths and great fair food. It's disgusting, but it's so good. So my EAA experience has given me the chance to enjoy my dreams with other people as well. The camp that I'm at is an all-girls camp. Through the ages, I think you have to be in high school. They're getting their private license, they already have their private license, and our mentors are people in the industry all over aviation, ATC, people at NASA, for Langhorst, astronauts, all amazing people that you get to talk to. There's 5 days of the camp that we talk to, again, great people. It's a great way to connect with hundreds of thousands of amazing people who love aviation. So in July of 23, I decided to stop playing volleyball and start aviation school. It was a very slow process at first, but it slowly picked up. When school started, I struggled a lot. I had to juggle high school and also aviation school on top of that. As a high school student who is graduating a whole year early, you can obviously tell I don't like high school very much. I had a very hard time figuring out how I can do my high school first. Obviously, my mom wanted me to just graduate, so just get good grades and do that, but obviously I had other plans. I love aviation school and I love everything about it, so I had definitely we kind of argued about that quite a bit, but that's okay. During previous experiences, I had a lot of people telling me that I couldn't do it, or I was too young, or girls can't fly, I wasn't capable. And I never really understood what it felt like to someone to go against what you were saying. I had very strong role models growing up. My mother always pushed me to do everything and anything I could do. It's very annoying at times, but she made me stronger. Every time someone has said I can't do it, it just adds a list of reasons that I want to. So my goal is to empower young girls all across the globe. Aviation is a field that is really dominated by women. There are 7% of women in aviation. It is essential that we recognize that it's a trend that should be changed. Aviation is already experiencing a shortage in skilled pilots, and we're neglecting the potential that these young girls have. Young girls also lack the role models and mentors that they need. Representation matters. These young girls need to see women thriving in their aviation careers so they can also know that they can do the same. They should believe in their own abilities and dreams without thinking about the limitations. So I want to do this, or I have done this, by creating a website that has access to resources that have helped me along my journey, also my mom's journey of learning what we can do. I collaborated with EAA to help host meetings at the Mosby Airport, which I also took a discovery flight for. And then I've had a meeting with Girl Scout troops so they can have a badge about aviation so young girls can also learn about that. And I also want to have presentations like this at school and then post flyers about my website and monthly meetings. I'm already taking a girl at my school to a discovery flight on the 11th. So she reached out to me basically saying like, hey, I saw your website and I'm really interested in this and I want to do it. So I'm happy to help her and get her to that. So for the sustainability aspect is a huge part of my Gold Award. My website will be attached to my flight school's website in which they will have access to basically update it. My pilots at Mosby, along with me, will continue meetings once a month through discovery flights, and I also will have handout flyers access to my website. Any questions? Hey, oh, go for it.
So what's your ultimate goal as a pilot? What do you see yourself doing?
I'm going to the University of North Dakota in the fall, and then I'm going to become a commercial pilot. And then after I retire, I want to do aeronautics, sorry mom, or aerobatics, sorry, which is basically just like flips and stuff that you do at air shows. So once I'm old and can barely walk, I still want to fly planes and do flips. So